Hey everyone, David here. Thank you so much for your interest in the Masgrimes Lining Triangle. I am so excited to be able to collaborate with Speedball on this tool. I really believe in this product, and I think that it is going to save you a ton of time when it comes to drawing the guidelines for your next calligraphy project. So to follow along with this video, you're going to need a couple of things. One, you will need a Masgrimes Lining Triangle. You'll also need a pencil of some kind. I'm using a lead holder here. A ruler or a straight edge of your choice. It doesn't really matter what you use as long as it's straight and flat enough that the triangle can run up against it. And then you'll obviously need a piece of paper. That's where we're going to be drawing our guidelines and eventually doing our calligraphy. So as I get ready to line any project, the first thing that I like to do is take my ruler and I like to make a line that is inset from the edge of the paper, but very much square with it. You see here that I've made a line that is 1 inch inset from the edge of my paper. Now that line is going to become the first line in my first set of guidelines. And to produce that set of guidelines, I'm going to be using these holes here on the triangle itself. So you'll notice that there are 6 sets of holes leading from left to right. They begin at 3 millimeters and ascend all the way up to 8 millimeters. Now each set consists of 5 holes, but you might notice that the bottom hole is inclined from the edge of the tool. That's really important because the distance from the bottom hole to the edge of the triangle is the same distance as from the bottom hole to the hole directly above it, which means that our first line in each set of guidelines is the line that the ruler makes. So to create a 4 millimeter set of guidelines, I'll take my holder here and I'll insert it into the first 4 millimeter hole. I'll pull towards me, move to the next hole, push away, move to the next hole, towards me, away, towards me. Now I've just created 5 lines using the triangle, but you remember we had that 6th line from the edge of the ruler. So if I wanted to go ahead and make a second set of guidelines, say this was going to be a design with 2 lines of script. This is where the spacing from the edge of the triangle really comes in handy. I just move my ruler to the last line that I just created, and I repeat that whole process. Towards me, away, towards me, away, and towards me. Now I have 10 spaces, evenly spaced, no weirdness in between the 2 sets. And if I want to go ahead and put some slant lines on this, because I'm going to be doing engrosser script on this piece of paper, I would go ahead and use one of the angles that's present on the tool itself. On the left, we have a 55-degree angle for round hand scripts like engrosser script, and on the right, we have a 52-degree angle for semi-angular scripts like Spencerian. If you know your math, you can probably deduct that the top angle is then 73 degrees. You could theoretically use that for a more upright script if you wanted. Okay, to create slant lines, we just put the ruler back in the first position, and then we move along with the edge of the triangle being the guide for drawing our slant lines, just like this. Notice how my left hand is holding the ruler in place and then stabilizing the triangle as I make my marks. It really is that easy. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's not too difficult once you get the hang of it. Then you go ahead and take your paper, turn it so that the slant lines are pointing directly at your chest. In this case, I'm sitting right here. Grab your oblique pen holder, and you're good to go. It really is that simple. I hope that you find that there are a lot of interesting ways to use your Masgrimes Lining Triangle. We would love to see them. You can hit us up and share an image or a video on Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for your interest. All right, see you guys later.